Bandy, kind of take us through what we got going on with buttoning up this. So
I made a few mistakes yesterday. Number one, I forgot the windage tray spacers, and then I went to go put the oil pan on, and I had a 5th gen oil pan and an F-body oil pan. I brought the wrong pickup tube, so I was trying to install a 5th gen pickup tube with an F-body oil pan. It's not going to work. So I got the right pickup tube now. So tonight, hopefully, I can button this thing up finally. I've been forgetting things at the house or just not having the right parts. Even though we have a warehouse full of stuff, I'm still trying to use the stuff I have at the house. So yeah, hopefully I can get it together, but it hasn't been going so smooth so far.
They're right here on this strap up here.
So do I got
but the heat shield with a bunch of 7 mils comes off, and the pan hard bar
7 mils
comes off.
Got the Milwaukee racks.
Are you supposed to do this?
It'll be alright. It's got a warranty, bro.
Uh-oh. The party's over. We're not cutting anything else out, all right?
Why not?
See, I like it. You bleeped yourself out there.
Son of a... Oh. Give me a cutting wheel, man. It's taking too long.
Always trying to cut.
Get out.
Race car, bro. We're going for a race car.
Race cars have this too.
We're not driving this Daisy around.
So this roll cage was installed extremely incorrectly. So we decided to chop it all out, get some new base plates, and try to mount it as good as we can into the car. Of course, it's only a 6-point cage, so I'll be cutting this out after this race to do a 10-point. But since we have time constraints right now, all we can do is roll with what we got. Same thing with the transmission. We know that's also a turbo 350. I'm gonna need better trans. There's a lot of things that we're working with that aren't ideal, but that's the spirit of the build. We're just rocking with what we got and seeing if we can make it on the racetrack. So, but we're trying to make it as safe as possible. That way, if anything does happen, you know.
So we got Jalen welding plates in the back. Those are going to be the connecting points for the roll cage to the body. They're over here putting in the pickup tubes, getting the windage tray and everything buttoned up on the bottom of the motor. And then soon, this bad boy is going to go in there. So, kind of explain what we had to do to the windage tray here.
Well, I was unaware, but the F-body windage trays aren't as long. It was a full-length windage tray. So the pickup tube was contacting the windage tray right there, so I had to cut the front about 20% off. And then I had to clearance the windage tray right here in order for the pickup tube to lay flush. And now that hopefully this is done, my oil pan nightmare is over.
All right, plates are in.
Yep. Well, almost. We're gonna finish welding up the base plates.
Oh.
And then we can tack up the actual cage itself.
So we're almost done with the plates. This is what was missing. And how important are these, would you say?
Very. You're welding a really thick roll bar. It's a really thin sheet metal, and this plate's just distributing that load to more of the actual car sheet metal.
All right, so you guys, day 4 is coming to an end. We got the oil pan going on the bottom of the motor. We got the roll cage finally getting touched up in the car. They'll have that all done tonight. I'm about to get out of here, so check out the time lapse of them getting the rest of the roll cage in. Day 5, I believe. Yeah, day 5. My man Bandy here. Today's a pretty good day. We got a special delivery from our
Nitrous
boys.
Outlet.
Bandy, take us through what they sent us.
All right, so we called Nitrous Outlet boys on a Sunday and said what we were doing. I went to go pick up the car from Justin's house because I had it sitting in his yard for a little while. Called him on a Sunday on the way back from Justin's house and asked them if they wanted to come on board with this build. So since my compression was a little bit low and the engine wasn't designed for NA, the quick answer is Nitrous Outlet. So we're gonna throw a plate kit on here. Dave Vassar custom made the lines for that Titan intake manifold. And then our in-tank fuel pump is a Hellcat fuel pump, so it's not gonna have a whole ton. We can't, run 1,000 horsepower. So we asked them to supply us with a standalone fuel system for the nitrous. So this will be dedicated for nitrous only, and then the in-tank fuel pump will be for the engine as well. So they hooked us up with everything: merch, all the stickers, all the bottle brackets, the bottles, the plate kit, bottle warmer, blowdown tubes, even a cool Milwaukee adapter to run the bottle warmer. I mean, they have everything on site. The guys at Nitrous Outlet are great guys. They're always on board for what we got to do, and they're down to race.
So we done got the oil pan on.
Yeah.
Got everything set. Now spark plugs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw the spark plugs in the head, and then I just gotta do the front and rear covers, and then the balancer and stuff, and it's going in the car. So we had a couple little things going on with the oil pan. I had to clearance it out for the front two rods, and I had to cut the windage tray a little bit to clearance that as well. But that was the only pain in the butt with this build, is the oil pan for me. But we got it done now. So
deal. Well, motor's getting wrapped up. Nitrous Outlet stuff's in. We got a few more goodies that are coming. Got some suspension stuff, but we'll kind of talk about that a little later. But for now, we're gonna let the boys get back to putting the rest of the cage in and kind of continue our day 5.
Now that we got these four plates down, might actually be strong enough to put this kind of power down and keep Andy a little safe.
It's a lot better. Looks a lot better. Day 5, after work. We've all clocked off. We're here. Another night in the shop. Man, Bandy.
how's it going, guys? So tonight, I just finished assembling the engine. We're about to pull that off the stand, drop it on the K-member, and then put the transmission on and check all of our converter clearances and everything, make sure the spacing's correct, and then bolt this thing back up in the car. We got the cage corrected, we plated it and welded it in correctly, and after that, after we get everything bolted up, then we're gonna have to start wiring up the Holley Terminator X, and then also we need to put the Hellcat pump inside the fuel tank, put the fuel tank back up, and then mount the rear end back in the car. And we're still waiting on some suspension parts for the rear end so we can get it mounted up correctly. But we're now at that point. We were at the stressful point to where we were tearing the car apart. We're finding all the wrong things, just like any other project car you're gonna do. Now we're at the point to where we've corrected all those issues. Now we're gonna put the car back together, and this is the stuff that we know. So we're gonna throw it back together, and hopefully we can meet our time crunch. I think we got 17 days left.
I told you, 17 days. He knew. He's gonna check right now, but we're pretty positive on that. Where we at?
16 days, 5 hours, and 42 minutes.
Yeah, so 16 days. We were giving us an extra day. We are 16 days away from having this car right here, making a pass, hopefully 10 seconds.
Now we're going 8th mile.
Oh, so what are we running?
So the class we're running in is a slow car class that we're trying to get into. It's a 650 cutoff, so we can't run any faster than 650. If we do test hits on it, and I mean, if it's running 650 or faster on motor, then we're gonna put the nitrous on it, and then I'll enter the small tower class and probably get whooped. So,
Not whooped, but this definitely isn't what we're used to with Justin's car being in here on the list.
You know, these
and
guys
everything
in
else.
Texas and these no prep cars, I mean, they've been running these things for years. They've been dialed in. They got everything dialed in. You know, we can't expect to build a car in 3 weeks, come out and compete with the big dogs. I mean, that's just,
Justin's car did not take 3 weeks.
No,
5 years.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, these guys are taking years to build these cars. They got hundreds of passes on them, all the data they need. We're slamming something together that's budget friendly and hoping that we can make some passes and compete with somebody. But yeah, it's gonna take a while to get it to compete with the big dogs. We finally got the engine mounted on the K-member. So at this point, we need to get the trans on here, lower the car back down on this K-member and bolt it back up into the car.
All right, y'all. Motor is on the K-member. Trans is getting hooked up. Not there yet, but we're almost there. Once we get this bad boy all hooked up, motor mounts tight, we're gonna lower this onto there. Motor just got put in. Trying to take a look at what we got. We did a K-member drop on it, so the boys are underneath here, getting everything buttoned up. Bandy, kind of take us through what we got.
A lot of times it's easier just to install the engine on the K-member and then drop the car on it. It's especially easy with a lift. Sometimes you can do this in a garage if you, I use the engine hoist and wrap around the front of the car and lift up the car with the engine hoist. And then lower the car back down onto it. But since we have a lift here, then this makes it pretty easy. But we just dropped it down. We're about to bolt up the K-member, bolt up the trans cross member, and then at this point, we're pretty much ready to start wiring up some Holley, put the fuel tank in it, fix our messed up trap door in the back, and continue from there.
Day 6 of the build series. The boys are steady working in the shop. It's about 2:30. I stepped into the build room just to kind of check everything out, see what we got delivered. And today a special package arrived from Reversion Raceworks. Shout out to the guys. They hooked it up with this super clean dash cluster for the F body. They make a bunch of different ones for a variety of cars, trucks, all the good stuff. They also hooked us up with this dash defense screen protector. They're made here right in the USA. They have a special carbon fiber infused plastic that they work with, so it's super durable, super strong, super clean. I mean, it is nice, you guys. Grade A, as we would put it. So if you like that, if you have a car that you want to get that put on as well, hop online to their website or just reach out to them like I did, and they'll get it sent to you guys just as quick as we got ours. So thank you to Reversion Raceworks for the dash cluster, and yeah, we'll show you guys what it's like getting put in. So we had a little shipment come in. You might be excited about this one.
Okay, what you got? My boys from Reversion Raceworks hooked it up with the dash so we can put the Holley screen in it. Thank you so much, guys.
He doesn't know I already filmed the unboxing, so this is his first time seeing it.
Really though.
But
Tyler from Reversion Raceworks, I really appreciate you for coming on board with the build. Gonna make this box look a little bit better.
all right, you guys, day 6 of the build is coming to an end. We got the fuel tank out, we got the roll cage corrected, we also got the motor put back in the car, and we even got the goodies from Nitrous Outlet and Reversion Raceworks. Shout out to those guys for coming on board to sponsor this build. Tune in next episode where we get the Holley put in, we get the suspension put in, and I'm thinking we'll even have the intake put in. Without you guys watching though, we wouldn't be able to do this. So like, subscribe, comment, do all those things below, and we'll catch you guys next time.